Alright guys, this is the explanation for 44. This is one of my favorite effects to perform. It's super visual and it packs a really hard hit. So the first thing you need are going to be two 4 of a kinds. I'm going to use the aces and the jacks. Alright? Now this first move is a version of the 4-for-4 switch. So for more information on the 4-for-4 switch, you can go to the one-on-one section at theory11.com and download it from the man himself, Chris Kenner. But we'll give you a brief run through of it. What you're going to do is use your right hand cards to turn over the packet. So now you have the face down jacks in this hand. And you're going to use the first finger to buckle the bottom card. Now if you don't know what a buckle is, I'll run through this real quick. Your first finger is going to pull on just that bottom card, causing that card on the bottom to bubble up. All right, it's called a buckle. So just pull on that bottom card. You're putting pressure with your thumb, like so. All right. When you do that, it's going to allow your little finger to go in and get a break. So I do that after I turn this over. As I gesture with the aces, this first finger buckles that card, so now I have a break. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to come forward and I'm going to run my thumb down these cards. As I'm doing that, my pinky is going to insert into the break and I'm going to create pressure so that my pinky and my ring finger can pop these cards open. As they pop these cards open, I'm going to drop these 4 cards behind these 3 cards. So it's a 4-for-3 switch. All right, so this is what it's going to look like. Turn these jacks over, gesture and buckle, show the cards, and drop underneath. All right, that's an exposed view. Let me show you another angle for the 4-for-3 switch. There's the aces. Use the aces to flip the jacks over, display and buckle, stroke the cards, allow them to spring open as you drop the aces inside. Deal off 4 cards, show aces and jacks. Now you want to make sure your angle is good on this. So the right angle to do is you want your body to either be straight down, a bird's eye view, or you want them to be to the right. So show to the right for you. And you want to make sure you use body language. So turn the jacks over, show the aces, like so. Now you're going to push over 4 cards and square them up and show the aces and the jacks. So everything still is as it should be, aces and jacks, and you ask them which one they want. Now whichever one they want, you're going to hand it to them, and they're going to hold on to them and pinch them. Now from here, the trick is done. It's pretty much self-explanatory. All you're going to do is count. You're going to show these jacks on the bottom, and I'm just pivoting this on my thumb with my second finger and my thumb, like so. I show the jacks, and I say, what I'm going to do, and I count these off, is cause my 4 jacks, and show the jack again, to change places, put it on top of their pack, and take out their ace, and say, with their aces, and display the ace. Place the ace on top of yours, and the trick's over. You say, all I have to do is snap, and show the aces, and show the jacks. All right, so one more time. Take the jacks and the aces. Separate the hands, use the aces to turn the jacks over. Buckle as I show this. Remember the buckle, pull and insert your pinky. As I show, I buckle. My pinky's gonna go inside. I brush on the aces, allow those to open and slide in as I turn those over. Push off 4 cards, square them up, and flash the ace and the jack and ask them which one they want, aces or jacks. Whatever they say, I hand that to them. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, display the jack, place it on top, pull out the bottom card, say I'm going to get it to switch with the aces, and put that in my packet, snap the fingers, show the aces, have changed places. That's the very first phase of 44, so I guess that would just be 4. Now you're ready for phase 2. Now the thing to remember about phase 1 is that can be done as any part of a routine. So you can just take that and finish there if you want to. But what this does, this emphasizes what's happening by adding a visual aspect to it. So this is phase 2. You end with these cards in their hands, so the jacks are in their hands. You're going to take your aces, turn them over, and you're going to grab the aces out of their hands and spread. Once again, you're going to do the exact same move. So you're going to buckle as you're buckling as you're grabbing these out, and you're going to do the exact same move again, the 4 for 3. But this time you're going to deal them either into their awaiting hands, and make sure when you have them put their hands out that they make them like a table. You don't want them cupped, you want them like a table, like this, all right? Or onto the table. So we're going to use the table here, but remember, they can use their hands. So take your cards, turn them over, grab theirs. As you're taking their cards out of their hands, buckle and get your break. Do your 4 for 4 switch and deal down the top 3 cards either onto the edge of the table or onto the edge of their hands. As you deal the 3, take the last card and show it. So it seems as though everything should be the same because they still see a jack, all right? So let me do this one more time so you can tell. You can see actually the rhythm here. What should happen is you take the jacks and deal the jacks on the table. So when that last one turns over, they still see a jack, which is a good convincer. So aces get turned over, you're gonna buckle as you take this, do your 4 for 4 switch, deal down 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn that over, that's your jack. Now you're gonna, with my middle finger, I'm gonna grab the whole packet and flip the whole packet over so they see ace. In reality, the 4 jacks are under there, all right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, make sure the rhythm's the same. Jack, grip, and turn over. Now I'm gonna make the aces, so I show aces, and as I relax this hand and point to the jacks, what I'm gonna do is push that ace over and get a break underneath it, like so. So push over and break. All right, so I'm gonna make the aces change for the jacks. Now I have a break under my ace. The jack goes on top of the ace, so I have a break below those 2 cards. I'm gonna grip everything, retaining my break, like so. My middle finger and my thumb are gonna come down to the bottom where that break is, and I'm gonna rotate those cards in my hand, leaving the double squared up and placing it side jogged like so. All right, so one more time. Square up, 4 for 3, deal 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip that over, flip over the packet. Aces are gonna change for the jacks. I got my break, jack goes on top, retain the break, turn everything over underneath the break and hold. All right? So now you're in this position and you're ready to execute the final part of the effect. What you're gonna do is a version of the face-up startler published in a Marlowe magazine. What's gonna happen is the face-up startler, you hold the double, your ace is underneath. A face-up startler, you would take the card, push the card over, and wipe the card onto the packet as you came up. So that's what the face-up startler is like this. Now you're gonna do a version that I call the airbrush change. And it's a small change, but I think it makes a world of difference. You're actually gonna hold the double, and you're gonna start just like you would start a face-up startler. So you would push the card over. Now what I do is I tend to cover this pip down here. That way this white, whenever you do the full move, will blend in. You'll see what I'm talking about. You're gonna push over. Now these fingers here are gonna contact the edge of this card. And instead of wiping this card up, what you're gonna do exactly is you're gonna take the fingers and you're gonna pop that card into position as, instead of the wipe, as you do like this kind of a motion, like a seesaw around these fingertips here, like that. So both hands are going in opposite directions, all right, like you're opening a book. When you do that at speed, you get a great change, instant change, visual change. All right, so it just makes the face-up startler just a little more visual. We'll do that one more time. You have your double, slow motion, it's like this. I'll show you from the edge here so you can see. Like so. All right, we're gonna give you an alternate point of view, a close-up view of the airbrush change. You have your double, remember your thumb is by the pip, cards go perpendicular. You're gonna push off the top card, fingers are gonna snap that card up as the hands go in opposite directions, like so. So at speed, it's gonna look like this. That's the airbrush change. All right, so you have this. What happens is you're gonna come down below the cards briefly. Don't make sure that the card still stays in view. And you're gonna flip the cards as you do the airbrush change. So show, airbrush, as you turn the other aces over. All right, so to recap everything, I'll show you what happens here. You have your, you're gonna have your jacks. Turn your aces over. 4 for 3, deal down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip over, say you're gonna change the aces. For the jacks, obtain your break. Square up, swivel, and side jog. Face up starler variation as you flip. Turn these over and show your jacks. And that's 44. This is Jacob's Ladder. Jacob's Ladder is an effect that I created after seeing Dan Harlan's Traveling Cash. What this is a shorter version. Dan's routine, you stretch 2 rubber bands between your hands, and then you drape and have the spectator hold on to the bill, and the bill visibly goes down each piece of rubber band. I just wanted a shorter, more in your face, just real quick routine, so I just narrowed it down to 1 rubber band with a completely different method. So let's just get into it. I'll show you guys the actual effect and show you how to do it.